Ah, nice day, relaxing day, chill day. Ugh. I need to hear Cheeto Vera's reaction to the Venezuelan thing, man. What's up, man? Dude, you know what I was... Dude. Payne Tabbitt's gay. Payne Tabbitt's gay, bro. 100%. Bro, what is this? What is Paddy talking about, bro? Hold up. I hate Paddy Pimblett with a burning passion. Holy.
Like he fucking pulled out that Islam fight and they turned plates on him for years. Oh, it'll just happen in the UFC. Like you're being told, like he fucking pulled out that Islam fight with a bad back when really he just couldn't make weight. He got off to fight.
How do we stop this narrative? Cheetos from Ecuador? Oh shit. Well, they're probably next. Let's be honest. Ecuador's probably next. Let's just say it how it is.
Rotten said no, and then took the most favourable matchup possible. Dan Upper, who can't grapple, to save his man's life.
Bro, what is this?
And he nearly guillotined him, which just shows how bad Armin's grappling is to me.
Oh yeah, he did.
I was watching that thinking, wow, if I get you in a guillotine, you are going unconscious. And he headbutted him at the weigh-in. If he would have cut him there on his forehead, lad, he was getting cut, defo. So why would you headbutt someone at the weigh-in, lad?
I do think his grappling's good though, Armin.
His grappling is good, he's got good wrestling, but that's his main thing is wrestling. And he wouldn't be able to hold me down and just lie on top of me.
It'd be interesting, wouldn't it, the grappling matchup?
It would.
It'd be good.
He's going on about the people I've fought, lad. He beat Dariush about 48. A lot of people don't think he beat Charles. I was me included when we watched it live. I thought Charles won, and then he fought fucking Dan Upper, lad, who's...
Yeah, I know. This is the whole misconception about it. This whole Dana White, yeah, dude. See, you know, you're smart, man. You're smart. These people, I'm genuinely convinced most of these people don't have any sort of IQ. I'm pretty sure they I feel like most MMA fans are like sub 60 IQ, man. Sub 60 IQ. He literally said he didn't make the weight. He didn't make the weight, meaning he never stepped on the scales. He didn't make the weight because he stopped before he could make weight. Like, the fight got called off before the weigh-ins. I know. It's so obvious. Like, we know how smart Dana White is. I literally said this before, I think. But yeah, people are just insane. And to say Paddy, and it's like, out of all people, anybody else criticizing Arman, I would accept Charles Oliveira. I would accept Max Holloway. I would accept Islam. I would accept Ilya. I would accept all these guys talking bad about Arman. But for Paddy Pimblett to go out and say that Arman, he just beat 48-year-old Beneil Dariush, and he didn't even beat Oliveira. When I was watching, he didn't even look like he was beating Oliveira. He didn't. He just didn't. You know, he just didn't even look like he was going to beat Oliveira. It's like, first off, talking about Dariush, you beat Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler is his best win. And if you want to talk about robberies, it's one thing to have a close fight with Charles Oliveira. It is a completely different thing to have a close fight with Jared Gordon. Jared Gordon? Are we for real? Jared Gordon? That's who we're having close fights with. Where Arman's having close fights with. I think the second best grappler in lightweight's history. I think it goes Islam, Charles, Habib, Arman. But then you have to put Arman above Charles Oliveira. But do you? I don't know. I would say Arman and Charles are even grappling. I think Charles Oliveira's grappling is super underrated. That's why I think Gethje actually could beat Paddy. Because people talk about Gethje having no grappling. You have two examples of Gethje fighting a grappler. One is Habib. Two is Charles Oliveira. Literally the three best grapplers in lightweight's entire history. And it's like, oh, dude, Gethje has no grappling, dude. Like, what? Did he forget he went to a decision with Ferguson? And he gassed out too. But he did look good against Ferguson. That's the thing. He actually looked good against Ferguson. He kind of outboxed he dropped him. He blitzed him and dropped him. What's up, Alma? No, because Charles should have gone the finish. But the shorts saved him. I don't know about that. I mean, once you start talking about like the woulda, shoulda, coulda, you're just getting into a realm of like if this, if that. You kind of just can't. You can't bring up what could have happened. You kind of just got to talk about what did happen, and what did happen is like he did get out of it, regardless of whether it was the shorts or not. You know, it's kind of that's the problem. Them May is like people start making like these. That's why MMA math doesn't work. You know, because it's like you can't talk about the what ifs. What if his shorts didn't malfunction? What if, you know, this missed or this landed? You know, you never know. Then none of this? None of what? None of what? Why has no one mentioned Paddy isn't a wrestler? Wondering how he's going to get Gethje down. Paddy's a wrestler. He's got decent wrestling. Look what he did against Chandler. He wrestled Chandler. He took him down. Didn't he like pick Chandler up and then drop him? I'm pretty sure he did that. He got Chandler backed up to the cage, picked him up, dropped him. But Hanato Moicano also said that Chandler, I forget which episode of Show Me the Money, but on one episode of Show Me the Money, Moicano was like, he knew Chandler was going to lose just because of the way Chandler is training. I don't know what that means, though. I don't know what to mean. Look what he did against Chandler. Chandler's not terrible. He's not great, but he's not terrible. Shara Bullet next fight. Opinion boy. Shara Bullet next fight. I would like to see a Marvin Vettori Shara Bullet. Shara Bullet. I would like to see Shara versus Costa, but I don't. Paulo Costa wouldn't take that first off. Second off, he would probably pull out. Look at what Ruffy did to Bobby Green. That's a good win. Bobby Green is good. Shara versus Belgarui? No way. Silence Kid, he deserves the rate. The hate? Nah. I don't know who you're talking about, but he definitely doesn't deserve the hate. Too many fighters get hate. I think. People hate on fighters too hard. Like Jamal Hill, this guy does not deserve the hate. Come on. He went out there against Alex Pereira, you know, with one knee. Rate? Deserves the rate. What do you mean the rate? What rate? What rate are you talking about? John Silva hate is forced. It is. I mean, this just shows you how easily people switch up. Do y'all not remember when like the fighting nerds were like everybody was supporting the fighting nerds? Do we not remember this? Everybody was like, dude, Caio, Prates, Silva, everybody was in favor of the fighting nerds. And then they all lost one fight. And then everybody switched up on them. And now people are like, oh, I don't like Caio Baralho, but I like Carlos Prates. It's like they almost like them just because they won. Which is like, I think they're so weak for that. Yeah, exactly. We still love Prates, dude. He's a fighting nerd. Like, you only switched up. Why Ruffy? What did Ruffy do? He got beat by Benoit Saint Denis. I've literally said, dude, I've held this opinion for the longest time. Ever since Benoit Saint Denis beat Thiago Moises, I said he beat Islam. I says he beats Islam. Ever since he beat Thiago Moises. I think a Thiago Moises win is a great win. Because Thiago Moises at the time was actually looking really good. In his latest fight, didn't look too great, though. Listen here, buddy. If you got your nose broken by Marc-Andre Barriot, which was Shara, is disappointing. What do you mean? I think I'm misunderstanding you. You're saying that it's disappointing that one of the best middleweights of all time, Marc-Andre Barriot, breaking your nose? Chara survived Marc-Andre Barrios. Not many guys survived Marc-Andre Barrios. I mean, look what he did to freaking Bruno Silva, dude. Do you not remember what he did? He caved Bruno Silva's head in, and he took Bruno Silva out on a stretcher. That's prime Marc-Andre Barrios, and Chara survived. So you got to give the respects to that. Come on. We love him because he's finished. He did bad? No. Watch, everyone's gonna go back to glazing John Silva after he beats Allen. Yeah, he will probably. I think John Silva puts Allen on a stretcher. John Silva was I was about to say, dude, if John Silva didn't get carried away, he would have beaten Diego Lopez. Dude, I think Diego Lopez chins Volk. Everybody thinks Volk is gonna beat Lopez, but dude, Lopez will beat Volk. I think he's gonna chin Volk, and Volk's gonna go on like a crazy losing streak. I think that's what's gonna happen. Jose Medina isn't even in the UFC anymore, is he? I swear he got cut. Never thought about Belgaris, Chara. Also, maybe that Duncan dude. Duncan? At 185, Duncan? He is. I think so. I think Volk looked terrible in that rematch against Diego Lopez. I was not impressed with Volk's performance against Diego Lopez in the first fight. And he has a year off, and he's only getting older. Come on. Costa is gay, he pulls out. I know, and he doesn't get hate for it. Quite interesting, right? I don't know. Chimaev pulls out because he's literally on death's door. Like, deathly ill. On a hospital bed, and people are like, oh, dude, he's losing to the common cold. Paulo Costa pulls out because he doesn't want to fight, and people are still like, dude, Paulo Costa's Twitter is hilarious, dude. Isn't Paulo Costa just so funny? It's like, it's almost, and I'm not even the type of guy to claim racism. I'm not the type of guy to claim racism, but I feel like you can't deny it at this point that just the anti-Dagestani racism is like a genuine thing. Like, you know. Like, I also want to see Islam lose. I really want to see Islam lose to Marlon Moraes. But I just feel like they do get some weird racism. CLD, Christian Leroy Duncan is going to get ranked. He won't fight Chara. Bro, Christian Leroy Duncan would murder Chara. Brutally. CLD is... not Marlon Moraes. Michel Moraes. No. The dude who wears a dress. Michel Moraes. Yeah. Michel Morales. The dude in the dress. They all, dude, don't even play with me, bro. They all got the same last name. Brazilians. Anybody who speaks like Spanish or whatever, they all got the same names, bro. But that'd be funny. Aren't you anti-minority? Certain situations for sure. Not every situation, you know. If you get cut off, probably. But I feel like who isn't? Not Miles Morales. Not Miles Morales. That's Spider-Man. I know who that is, okay? Costa accepted the fight against Hamzat so he could sign a new contract and pulled out. Smart move. Sure, but I mean, sure, it's a smart move. I don't think Paulo Costa's smart. I don't know. I don't know if that's a smart move to like just have the like Dana White's gonna hate him. Like if Paulo Costa thinks he's ever gonna get a good matchup for himself, he's Delulu. CLD that got pieced up by Petrosian. Did he get pieced up by Petrosian? I don't think so. Petrosian just outpointed him and kept his distance. You know? It's Michael, not Michelle. But in Venezuela, we be saying Michel Morales. That's how we say it in Venezuela, down here. That's what we call him. He's from Ecuador. Oh, shit. Same, bro. Ecuador, Venezuela, Colombia, Mexico, Brazil, Argentina. They're all the same. They're literally all the same. They're all about to get taken over. Step number 1, the takeover. What did Marlon say? He's like, step 1, step number 1, the fake out. The crash out. How to take over Venezuela. Step number 1, the crash out. How to take over Ecuador. Step 1, the crash out. Okay, it's not that funny. Kayla Amanda, who you got? Kayla Amanda. I feel like you gotta go Kayla Harrison. Just based on pure beauty and attractiveness. You gotta go Kayla. You gotta go Kayla. You can't go. I mean, Nunes been out of the game too long. And was she ever that good? Was Amanda Nunes ever that good? I think Valentina beat her. I think Valentina beat her in the second fight. She was getting pieced up by Valentina. Grown man saying to Lulu. And Vittori didn't even try to attack Bruno Ferreira, just stood there. He looked good against Bruno Ferreira. Vittori actually looked good against Bruno Ferreira, but he was never supposed to win that fight. He was never supposed to win that fight. You're not Venezuelan, you're French Canadian. My heart rests with the Venezuelan people, okay? They got some baddies over there, so. Cesar Kais is overrated. Bro's going to get fraud checked bad if he doesn't lock in. I kind of agree, but I kind of don't agree. I don't think Cesar Kai's overrated. I just think he's not locked. Like, in the cage, he treats it like a sparring match. Like, same with Chimaev. I don't like the way Chimaev fights in the cage. Like, he's laughing, right? And at the end of that Dricus fight, he's hitting him with his finger. It's like, dude, this is a fight. You're gonna get chinned if you don't take it so seriously. Like, it's almost like he goes way more serious in like training, sparring, and then when he gets to the fight, he's like too relaxed almost. Like Max Holloway and Volk, they're never relaxed. They're always, Max Holloway's, and Volk is like, oh, I'm too fast for you. He's got a playful energy, but Chimaev is just a little too relaxed. Didn't Nunes get preg? No, her wife got pregnant. I think her wife got pregnant. Bo beats him right now? Who? Bo beats who? I think Bo beats Shara. I think Bo loses to Susurkayev. I think Bo beats Vittori. Does he beat Vittori? I think he could leg kick Vittori to like a decision win. Vittori's just too boxing, too stationary. No one rates Susurkayev. I rate Susurkayev. You see what he did on Neon Stream? He won the grappling match on Bo would die from Shara's knees. Who is Shara beat? Who is Shara's best win? I guess Michael Olazechuk, right? He beat Michael Olazechuk. Or Mikhail Olazechuk. Yeah, he beat. That's a decent win. That's actually a decent win. Petrosian's not a good win. I don't think Petrosian should have gotten cut. He's not even that bad. Like, he looked good against Bruno Ferreira, and then he just got clipped and armbarred. Bo versus Adesanya. All right. I want to see Joe Pyfer versus Adesanya. That would be Joe Pyfer versus Adesanya. That'd be a crazy fight. I'd love to see that. Marc-Andre Barriot. But I heard Marc-Andre Barriot had cancer going into the Shara fight, so I wouldn't classify that as like a win, to be honest. So but I can't believe Shara was a favorite against MVP. I think he could have beaten MVP for sure. I think stylistically he gives MVP a harder fight. But did you not see his leg? Did you see Shara's leg versus MVP? I'm pretty sure, like, I'm not even joking. I'm not even trolling. Shara actually was like insanely injured against MVP. But he's calling for a rematch, and it's just like, eh. I want to see, bro, who is MVP going to fight? Apparently he's mad at UFC because they're not giving him any fights. Do you know how active he was? He in kickboxing he beat Blood Diamond. I did see that fight. But Blood Diamond, come on now. Blood Diamond. Blood Diamond is the biggest letdown ever. I don't think I bet on Blood Diamond, but I was like on the verge of betting on Blood Diamond just because the way Adesanya was speaking about him. You know? Adesanya was like, this is the new dog in the yard. He's Blood Diamond. Activate your trap card. And then his opponent literally fell on the cage. He ran at him and then just fell into a grappling exchange and lost. Isn't Blood Diamond on like a KO losing streak in the regional scene? Yeah, he is. Who's the guy? Themba Garimbo. He's the African guy where all the people in Africa of like his whole, I think he's like Uganda or something. All the people from Uganda are like clowning Themba Garimbo because he kept losing. After he lost to Vicente Luque, he got anacondaed by Vicente Luque, and everybody was clowning him. And it's crazy. Out of all fighters for The Rock to give a house to, he gave a house to Themba Garimbo. Was it Themba Garimbo? Themba Garimbo, The Rock. Yeah. The UFC, bro, why did The Rock give Themba Garimbo a house? Out of all the fighters, you're giving Themba Garimbo a crib? Like, I feel like that's the most random link up in all of the. I'm pretty sure The Rock just looked at who is the poorest man in the UFC right now. He's like, I want the African. Give me the African. Let me see the African. So, I don't know. Themba Garimbo. Yeah, let me just. You're Themba. Hey, I heard you're from Africa, so I'm gonna do some charity work. It's like, come on. Themba Garimbo, bro? He can make it big in Africa. 10K and 10K. All he has to do is win one fight, and he's literally the richest man in Uganda. That place, I don't even think Uganda's real. Is Uganda real? No way. I don't believe so. Pretty sure I know someone from Uganda. Pretty sure I work with someone from Uganda. I don't believe that place is real, bro. The Rock thought Themba Garimbo's was... Okay. Knuckles is from Uganda? Yes, the Knuckles meme is from Uganda. That was like, what, 2018? That Knuckles meme? Ottaba Gethje, Gregory Rodriguez. Dude, I think Ottaba Gethje is like the most overhyped prospect. I really want to see him lose his next fight. Dude, the amount of love Ottaba Gethje gets for no reason. Does he have Trevon, who'd he beat? Trevon Martin, something like that? Ottaba Gethje vs. Who'd he beat? Treston Vines. And people are like, oh, dude, Ottaba Gethje is going to be ranked 2026. Dude, are you hopping on the Ottaba Gethje? Dude, you better hop on the Ottaba Gethje hot bandwagon, dude, because we're leaving the station. This guy beat Treston Vines. Dude, Ottaba Gethje is like high level, dude. He's like technical Francis Ngannou. Dude, Ottaba Gethje is technical Francis Ngannou. It's like, why do you say that? He's African. Like, I'm pretty sure that's the only reason Ottaba Gethje gets compared to Francis is because they're both just African dudes who's got power. And it's not like Ottaba Gethje is beating anybody good. Dude, he beat Robert Valentin. Dude. Dude. Who does that to Robert Valentin? Who does that to Treston Vines? 1 week short notice, up a weight class. Nobody does. Let me tell you. I'll answer your own question. we are hate watching John Silva. We are not hate, dude. I don't care about Arnold Allen. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I do not care about Arnold Allen. How is anybody supposed to? He's like a mid-style, doesn't talk, does like not undefeated, lackluster fights. You know, like he's like the epitome of mid. Arnold Allen's the epitome of mid. And John Silva's entertaining, trash talks, has a personality, is a character. Yes, he worships Netanyahu, but who doesn't at this point? We are on the train. Remember, did people talk about Topuria John Silva? Topuria John Silva would have been one of the greatest fights at 145. I think that would have been a close fight. I think whoever would have landed first would have won. I don't think Topuria could take the shots Diego Lopez was taking. And Topuria does not have a spinning elbow in his bag. Trust me. I've seen footage. Topuria does not have a spinning elbow in his bag. He just doesn't. And he doesn't have kicks. Diego Lopez, grappling, I think would be hard for him. MMA Loki dead. I agree. I picked up some new hobbies on this break. This is the long break, bro. 6 weeks. 6 weeks. How many weeks do we have left? When is UFC 324? January 24th. How many weeks till January 24th? 2 weeks. 3 weeks. Oh, we're halfway there. Isn't too bad, actually. Halfway there is not too bad. You don't care about Arnold Allen either? You just want John to lose? Why? Why do you want John to lose? I don't understand. No, why would anybody want John to lose? He's entertaining, has a style. But you know what? I don't even fault you for wanting John to lose. Because everybody who's anything has haters. Anybody who has haters. It's not John, it's John. You just said the same thing twice. Gene, it's not Gene. Where do you think the word, dude? Oh my gosh, Jesus. Just like the word Jesus and Jesus come from like the same name, John and John come from the same place, like come from the same name. So technically, regardless of how I pronounce it or how he pronounces it, I'm not wrong in calling him John, and I will forever call him John. Remembers Arnold Allen thought he was fighting Oompa Loompas? Bro, what does that even mean? Arnold Allen has put on classics. What classic are you talking about? The one with Movsar Evloev? The only reason that was fun was because of Movsar. We're talking about the Calvin Kattar fight when he blew out his knee. What Arnold Allen fight are you like, dude? I've never thought about... If a friend ever asked me, which fight should I watch? I've never once thought of an Arnold Allen fight. I've never thought of Arnold Allen. When he slept Prime Hooker? Okay, you got me there. That was a good fight. But Prime Hooker? No. That was Dan Hooker coming off a... second round submission Kimura by Islam, and then he decides to cut down to 145. Prime Dan Hooker, bro. You cannot be for real. Which Topuria are we talking? I like Alexandre Topuria, and people genuinely think Alexandre Topuria is fighting Bryce Mitchell. The Topuria's bros won't fight when the other one is in the camp because they want to help each other during the camp. Ilia Topuria is dealing with like custody battles or something. So why would he help out Alexandre? Casuals, PFL, and Ryzen have been going on. PFL is unless there's like a good fight to watch, PFL is mid. It's so mid. Unless there's like decent fights going on, I just feel like they need like those big events. Like those big events for PFL are crazy good. Ryzen card was sick. I've seen clips of it. I've seen clips of the Ryzen fights. I didn't watch the whole card. I like one. I like Friday mornings. I like to watch one FC. Or even like rewatching Muay Thai fights. Like I was watching Luke Lessie. Dude, Luke Lessie's style is one of my favorites. He's mid. He's so mid. But I like watching him fight. He just has no power and guys just walk him down. Classes like Allen versus Gethje where nothing happened for 15 minutes. Yeah, I know. They can camp together. I don't know. But people are falling for fake announcements. Like this Ruben Carter guy. Ruben Carter Twitter. He literally just posts fake fights. Non-stop. He's like James Lynch did a video on him. But he's just like the fakest fighter ever. I mean, not fakest fighter. He's the fakest user ever. People just believe whatever he says. Breaking news. He just has no sources either. He's like, breaking news. Bryce Mitchell Topuria targeted for UFC Houston. Source? Breaking news. UFC are reportedly discussing making... Like, this guy just blatantly lies. The UFC are reportedly discussing. Reported from who? Breaking news. Carlos Prates, Jack Ellis targeted for UFC 327. Ruben Carter's fake news. This fight has not been confirmed. You're still fake news. See what else he says. And he deletes posts too. Breaking news. Yuri Oberg. He has a boxing fight. Attack on Titan? Nobody's going to watch this, bro. Like, he just deletes... Whenever he gets something wrong, he just deletes it and doesn't talk about it ever. Like, the amount of fights this guy was talking about that just never happened is just insane. He used his own tweet as a source. Yeah, I know. Yeah. You only saw the Nemkov fight? Nemkov? Who'd he fight? Are you talking about the Renan Ferreira fight? I feel like that was forever ago, no? PFL is those Apex prelims between two guys you don't know about, but is the entire card? Yeah, basically. But some of them are actually really good. Some of the PFL events I actually do enjoy. Especially, I just want... Dude, I wish PFL would come. I never know where PFL's going. Or the problem with PFL is that I don't know when anything... I only find out about a PFL card, like, either the day of the card or, like, a day after the card. I'm like, how come they don't post anything? Like, anytime Usman fights, I'll tune into those cards. Anytime Fabian Edwards fights, I'll tune into that. Anytime that one girl, I'm not watching. Dakota Tuvatevich, I'm not watching that, bro. I'm sorry. I feel like people are fake hardcoring when they say, dude, Dakota Tuvatevich, yeah, she's the real deal. I feel like that's the most fake hardcore thing to say. Is like, dude, Dakota Tuvatevich, dude, she's the real deal. It's like, who has she beat? Who has she beat? Casuals watch one non-UFC event and think they're anything compared when it comes to MMA knowledge. Yeah. People will reference like some... Ryan Bader, dude? Ryan Bader? Or Johnny Eblin, dude? He could totally make it in the UFC. Then he just gets head kick KO by Fabian Edwards. Come on. This guy would not even be... This guy would be an Apex demon. Johnny Eblin. No, for the Lucas Tracy impression? That's a casual impression. Not Lucas Tracy, but... I'm trying to move my hair. Without moving my eyes. Is 324 the best card ever? Yes. But I feel like... I think this one's going to live up to the hype. Johnny Eblin slept Fabian Edwards? I thought it was the other way around. They fought twice. So the first one he won. Second one he lost. Paddy makes AJ McKee. Yeah, it's tough. It's because they literally never happen. There's a real card every 3 months. Yeah. For real, nobody cares about women fighting, let's be honest. I know. People don't care about women fighting, and then they go and pretend like they're like some like super knowledgeable like MMA encyclopedia because they know who Dakota Duvachevich is. Like, yeah, she's actually women's pound for pound. I would rank her #1. It's like, who has she fought? I genuinely don't know. Like, even if she beat like if she beat Rosaline Edwards, I'd be like, okay, that's a decent win. If she beat Jessica, I don't even know if they're in the same weight class. She's probably like what, 125. She beat like Jessica Andrade. I'd be like, okay, that's a good sign. But Dakota Duvachevich would lose to Manan Fiorot. Are we messing around? Dakota Duvachevich would lose to Natalia Silva. Dakota Duvachevich would lose to. She's 125. Who else is 125? Grasso? Would Grasso beat Dakota? Maybe, but that could be an interesting fight. I'd like to see that fight. You keep saying her name wrong, dude. Who? Okay. I don't. Who cares? It's who cares? Who cares, bro? She's fighting in the B leagues, like, and she's a woman. I mean, you want me to pay attention to her? The only person I care about in PFL is Usman Nurmagomedov. Her name is Duda. Bro, you guys just said the 2 different names. PFL Africa's dope for real. Okay, buddy, sure. Francis Ngannou didn't even pull up. Francis Ngannou didn't even pull up to PFL Africa. If he doesn't care, why should I care? Like, PFL Africa. PFL Africa was dope. Name 2 fighters on PFL Africa card. Name the main event to PFL Africa. I don't know. We had okay, let's search up PFL Africa. PFL Africa. It was Gohana versus outcome was a knockout. I mean, who are these people? They got exclamation marks in their name. You know? So. What's the Kirk dance? I don't know the Kirk dance, bro. I hate when women online say their dream is to compete in the UFC. Like, I've never heard a woman online ever say their dream was to compete in the UFC. I've never seen that. I don't know why, as a woman, you would want to compete unless you look like Jessica Andrade. I think there's so many better jobs you could do as a woman. You know, like just be a cashier and try to find a man's, and you could probably have a better. Is it really worth it for 10 and 10? You know, unless you pull like a Polyana Viana or like a Trace Cortez and only get in it to like, do some like get find a man who's a fighter who could take you away. Like, why bother? Why bother? You know, some of them, there's a good amount of them I do respect. Like, who's that one girl? She turned an actor. She became an actor. Her parents were rich. Like her, I respect. I mean, she's literally the same as Armand. You know, that's crazy respect. Only Valentina, yeah. Respect the OGs. Gina Carano, yeah, Gina Carano. I respect her. I think I respect her and Armand so much. I mean, to go from like you literally have everything handed to you, and then you decide you want to fight like the most difficult sport 1-on-1. Octagon 179 was good. I'm not a big regional guy. Like I could watch a main event of a regional fight, sure, but I'm not watching a whole regional card. Like I'm just not. Because the moment there's a boring fight on a regional card, I'm never tuning back. I'm going to watch a regional card and there's going to be a fight where it's two guys who have like 1-2 records, 3-0 records, and they're just clinching. Like I'm like, why do I care to watch this? They're not going to be prospects. They're already 35 years old. Like I don't want to watch this. How are you faring? How am I faring with the UFC drought? No. I got other hobbies. I got other things I'm doing. And it's good because I got work. I got other things. I'm just posted up. I'm rewatching fights. I've been rewatching some fights. I've had Fight Pass on. My computer just open like for 6 days in a row now, just rewatching old fights. And people say that UFC has gotten boring over the years. Rewatch a full card. Rewatch UFC like 170 something. They are just they clinch just as much. Like it's not like a new thing. Dude, Islam and Chimaev, dude, they're ruining the sport. They're making it boring, dude. It used to be gladiators back in the day. And then you'll rewatch UFC 168 and you're 3 fight deep and they're just clinching the whole time and they gas out and they're less skilled. It's like, what? It's like people are just obsessed with nostalgia. Watch Ibrahimov. He's a future champ in the UFC if he gets signed. You think so? Mabombo Dobombo versus Baku Chamaku. That was the PFL Africa card, yeah. That was the co-main event of the PFL Africa. Yeah. You know Paddy Lesnar from Octagon? Paddy Lesnar? Oh, the Neanderthal looking guy? Yeah, I know him. I know who you're talking about. The guy who literally just dives at his opponents with no skill, no stand-up at all. He literally just runs at his opponent with his head down, just looking to grab a hold of something. And then if he falls down, he'll just crawl on all fours to try to get a takedown. That guy, is that Paddy Lesnar? The German bum? He's so trash. He's like Walter Walker. If Walter Walker was... People call Walter Walker a caveman. Dude, Paddy Lesnar from Octagon is like the Neanderthal version of Walter Walker. And he's probably juiced up too. So it's like... Did you watch the Peyton Talbot Matan video? I did watch some of it, but some of it was a little bit hard to watch. The Peyton Talbot Matan video, some of it was hard to watch. Like I really like the Israel. Whenever the Black Israelites come on Matan's podcast, I love watching that. But watching Peyton Talbot talk about, I don't know, Peyton Talbot's just too like. The thing with Matan is when the guests know that they're getting trolled and try to get on with the troll, right? Like they try to be a part of the joke. It ruins the fun. You need to surprise someone and frustrate somebody, you know? What do you do for work? Male stripper. Nostalgia merchants, casuals trying to seem hardcore say that? I know. 100%. Dude, Islam's making the sport boring. Chimaev's making the sport boring. Dude, by just grabbing and hugging. It's like, yes, their last 2 fights were not the most entertaining fights, but still, shit was. You rather see clinching like UFC 176? Like, come on. Dager's too skinny to be a male stripper. What are you talking about skinny, bro? Look at this. Ready? Oh. Wow. Look at that. Oh, where's the beach? Where's the beach? Is it that way? Or is it that way? Ooh, almost went light out of there. Thoughts on Pantoja Van? I mean, for people to get... dude, this is the problem. People got mad at Joshua Van. They wanted Joshua Van to, like, be so upset that he won the belt. Oh, dude, I didn't want to win that way. Every fighter, talk to every single fighter in the UFC. If they had the opportunity to win the belt like that, they would have wanted to win it like that. If they said if you went up to a fighter and said, okay, if you're in the future going to fight for a belt, you're going to take no damage, and your opponent's going to immediately fall, crumble, and quit. You could either do that, or you could have a war where you get damaged and you take a punch. They're going to pick the one where the opponent just immediately falls, and you get pay-per-view points. You get way more, like, why are people mad at Joshua Van? Now, is Joshua Van the best fighter at flyweight? No, he's not. We don't know if Joshua Van is the best fighter at flyweight. He might be better than Pantoja. We just don't know. I don't know if he's better. He's 2 straight blue belt. He just got his 2nd stripe in BJJ as a blue belt, not a brown belt, purple belt, black belt. He's a 2-stripe blue belt in BJJ. So I highly doubt he's the best, but maybe he could chin Pantoja. I don't know. If he fights Manel Cap, when he fights Manel Cap in his next fight, we can find out how good he really is. Because that Roy Val fight, we didn't see much. I just wasn't convinced from that fight. You know, Talbot's a creep. How's Talbot a creep? Talbot's literally just like the epitome of like a California kid. Like he just grew up in like one of the most like hellish places in America, California. You know, he skateboards. He does like psychedelics. Like he's just cop. He just chose fighting. You know, I don't think he's any more creepy than anybody else who's from like California, to be honest. GSP always fought like that, but they ain't hating him. They hated GSP at the time, for sure. They didn't like GSP because he did do that. He did stall out fights, but people just completely... I mean, let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. Anybody who says the GOATs are John Jones, GSP, Mighty Mouse, 85% of these people did not watch these people. 85% of these people have watched 2 fights max of Mighty Mouse, GSP. John Jones is a little different because he went a little bit later on, but well, people probably watch like GSP versus Bisping, GSP versus Hendricks, GSP versus maybe the New York guy. What's his name? It's Matt Serra, right? You know, so they watch some highlights. Yeah, they probably watch some highlights, and they just don't know, and they don't have any reference point, right? So they're just, you know, they're just like, oh, dude, these guys are boring. It's like, okay, watch GSP. Or people are like, oh, dude, Demetrius Johnson. I would have never have hated Demetrius Johnson. I would have. I'm going to tell you right now, I would have been one of those dudes who, I can tell you right now, I would have been one of those dudes who was back in the day being like, let's get rid of flyweight division. Let's destroy the flyweight division. I would have 100% been one of those dudes. Flyweights are like the least entertaining out of all the male groups. They got no personalities. They're small. They're fast. They can have entertaining fights, but they got no personalities. I don't know what's with smaller guys having no personalities, but they just don't. It's like so much harder to care about them, you know? It's like you look at welterweight and you look at all their guys that have in welterweight, you're like, I want to see all of the top 15 fight. You look at flyweight, you're like, I could do without a Steve Erceg fight. I don't need to see Steve Erceg fight. I don't need to see Tatsuro Taira fight. He's good, but it's like, I don't care. Not D-Rod. Okay, that's one exception. They literally added time limits after Ken Royce too. Ken just stayed in his guard, yeah. Hating Van for no reason, yeah. Van loses to Cap and Pantoja bad. I don't know about Pantoja. Sleeper build? Pfft. You hear that, boys? Sleeper build. Y'all heard that? Sleeper build. Sleeper build? Bro, what do you mean sleeper build? It's because I'm slouched, you know? But if I were to, like, stand up straight and be like... Huh. But DJ was kind of fun to watch. He did some good stuff. No, DJ has good highlights. And DJ looks... Like, when you watch highlights of DJ, I think DJ has one of the best highlight reels. But it's flyweight. You just can't... There's something about flyweight. You just can't care about flyweight. I don't know why, but there's like this weird feeling when a flyweight... Like, a flyweight title... I've never been hyped for a flyweight title the same way I've been hyped about a bunch of other title fights. Sean O'Malley versus, you know, whoever. Piotr Jan versus Aljo. Volk versus Ilya. Islam versus Charles Oliveira. Colby Usman. Adesanya Dricus. Dricus Chimaev. It's like, you name these fights and you get like a rush of feeling. And then you name like a flyweight bout and you're like Moreno, Pantoja. And you're like, they're good fights, they're competitive fights, they're going to be an entertaining fight, but they're just, I've been more excited for fights that are like number one contender fights. I've been more excited about prelim fights than I have been for a flyweight title. There's just something innate about flyweight where it's just like, I don't care. Are you a Pantoja fan? Who's your favorite flyweight? Favorite flyweight? Moreno. Let's say Moreno, favorite flyweight. I was on the Joshua Van train ever since he fought Kevin Borjas on the Yuri versus Alex Pereira 1 fight. Ever since he fought him, I was like, this guy's genuinely special. And I've clips to prove that too. I've clips to prove. I've literally said, ever since I saw him fight Kevin Borjas, which is his second fight in the UFC, I said, this guy's special. I said, this guy is entertaining. He's special. But the way everybody was hyping Joshua Van up, like he did something amazing against Roy Val, it was a great fight to watch, but it wasn't anything like crazy special. You know, GSP with the blue shorts. Yes. But Mighty Mouse is GOAT, though. Like, who else you put on top of him besides Jones? No, I'm not saying. I think the most skilled fighters to ever exist, I think Demetrius Johnson, I think Islam, I think Jones, I think GSP, I think Piotr Jan. I think the most well-rounded, most skillful fighters in every aspect are those that get 5 guys. I think Charles Oliveira's up there, too. I think Arman Sarukian's up there. I think Chimaev is up there. Right? There's some flyweights who are up there, but it's just like, I don't give a fuck. Now, it's 99% because GSP won all decisions for his title defenses. I guarantee not a single person is watching all that. Yeah, I know. DJ was watch. Yeah. Sleeper build. Look at the guy flexing in the elevator. That's a sleeper build. All right. This guy's literally hating. I got a compliment, and this guy has to refute that. He can't just... What happened to, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all? Crazy. Dude, you actually don't have a sleeper build. There's actually somebody who actually has a way better sleeper build than you. You could say that about literally anything. You could go up to Jason Love and be like, actually, Mandingo's got a bigger piece, bro. Actually, you think your piece is big? Actually, Mandingo actually has a bigger piece than you, bro. You think you got a third leg? Actually, hey, Johnny Saints, you think you got a third leg, bro? Actually, Jason Love actually is packing way more than you. It's like, okay, that doesn't take away from the fact that I do got a sleeper build. Sleeper build means you look skinny with the shirt, but actually super lean and muscular. Shit. I know. Stop liking Ken at what? I stopped liking Ken after it became not niche. Yes, I agree. Islam doesn't pass the eye test? Nah, I mess with him. Muhammad Makayev? Is that he said? Muhammad Mokarov? Muhammad Mokarov. Is that how you say his name? Mokarov? Is that like how Russian people say it? We're talking about Muhammad Makayev. Makayev, yeah. Oh, I actually like Muhammad. No. Muhammad Makayev has put on stinkers. He has put on stinkers. I think Muhammad Makayev has put on stinkers. Oh, my stomach is growling. I think you heard that. It was not a fart, though. Islam is the GOAT. It's not debatable. The GOAT of what? 155? Yes. The GOAT of the sport? No way. The GOAT of the sport? Hell no. What? Who did he beat? Who did Islam beat? Charles Oliveira. Okay. Who hasn't beat Oliveira? Nah. Oliveira's a great win. Especially finishing Oliveira. Thiago Moises, great win. JDM. Is JDM a good win? Is JDM if Islam fights Usman, I think we actually have to lower him from not only the pound for pound rankings, but the GOAT list as well. Volk, good win. But if he fights Usman next, he lowers 2 spots on pound for pound, 3 spots on the GOAT list if he fights Usman next. Because that is the biggest sham fight, BS legacy fight I've ever heard. Like, and it's so annoying. Because the only people that are pushing for Islam Usman are Usman's fans, and they know he won't win. Anybody with the right mind knows, everybody knows Usman won't win. I don't think if you ask Kenny Okoye, he's going to be like, dude, Usman can win that. He knows deep down Usman, 0% chance of winning. I think it's the dumbest thing ever. Who did Usman beat? Like, seriously, who did Usman beat? Buckley. Oh, Buckley. The guy on a 10-fight win streak, never lost, only lost earlier on in his career. No, that is not Joaquin Buckley. Joaquin Buckley got KO'd by Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis KO. But I also don't understand Buckley. He got chinned by Chris Curtis, but he gave Imavov a tough fight. In France, too? But he gets chinned by Chris Curtis? How do you get chinned by Chris Curtis, but give Imavov a tough fight? I think Imavov's overrated. So overrated. I think he's so overrated. Nothing wrong with a little stink. Oh. What? Dag's MMA version of Flight? That's literally Bedtime's whole shtick. Bedtime's whole shtick is being the Flight of MMA, bro. GSP is my GOAT, and he's also handsome. GSP pulled with his French accent, phony French accent. Bro, that's not a good win. That's one of the best wins you could possibly have. Volk is top 10 all time. Yeah, but it was Volk's a 145er. Like, you can't live down Volk's a 145er. Like, that's the trump card. Saying Volk is a 145er is the ultimate trump card. Dude, Islam's the best. He literally only fought small guys. He only fought small guy. Hey, we're this small guy. You know? Close fight with small guy. That's his claim to fame. Actual trump card. What it do? FTC crew flight team stand. He did steal Flight's intro. I didn't even put two and two together. He literally stole Flight's whole intro. He stole my whole flow. What it do? Bed. What it do? Flight crew. Flight team stand up. He stole that. That's crazy. I didn't even realize. I don't watch Flight. Mavov not overrated. Nobody does that to Adesanya. Nobody eye pokes Adesanya. I agree. He eye poked Adesanya and finished him. But is Adesanya that good? Nobody does that to Adesanya. Has Adesanya been fighting elite fighters, though? That's the thing. I don't know. Mavov is weird, though. Mavov's weird. Islam Topuria want to see the fight. I reckon Islam would flatten him. Nah, it depends. At 170, Islam submits Ilya with a Kimura. At 155, Topuria chins Islam. So depending on where that fight happens, it dictates who will win, I think. Hypothetical Habib, hypothetical Brock Lesnar are GOATs. Hypothetical. Okay. How's bedtime, the flight of MMA? Another YouTuber said it. I don't know. They're just so similar. Rigo, I'm pretty sure, but I don't get the comparison. Yeah. I'm going to edit that part out. Yeah. He steals his mannerisms. I don't want to say steals. He takes inspiration from Flight. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bedtime even said it. He's like, yeah. Like, he stole my whole flow, man. The worst part about Mavov finishing Adesanya is that Mark blocked the camera. Is that the worst part about it? Don't know. I'm going to add that part out. The lower weight, the more skill, so Volk can be multiplied by 2. The lower weight, the more skill. Actually, you're wrong because Valentina beat Zhang Wei Li, so you're wrong. Hypothetical Habib doesn't retire and hypothetical Brock never got sick. Hypothetical Habib, if Habib never retired, he loses to McGregor in a rematch and he loses to Charles Oliveira. So he's 29-2. So those are 2 fights that Habib would lose. And he would lose to Dustin in a rematch now. He would beat Dustin, but McGregor would probably piece him up. He'd probably piece him up, lad, you know, eh? Would probably piece him up, eh? Come on. Lad. Oi, lads. Oi, lads, eh? Oi, hell. Fucking hell, lad. Fucking hell, lad. You got the fucking cook on you, don't you? Lad, you got a bit cook, don't you, lad, eh? Lad, you're absolutely stunning, lad. Lad, you're absolutely magnificent. Look at those balls you got on you, lad, eh? You're smoother than me mum's car. Your balls are smoother than me mum's car. Absolutely amazing, you know. I'd love to put them in my mouth, lad. Oh. It's my impression of Tom Aspinall in a Whisper Gayborn. Well, lad, your balls are absolutely amazing, lad. Don't you think? He would never lose to Connor, dude. Nah, stop it. He would. Khabib losing to Connor? Yeah, that's gonna happen. What was the question? Khabib losing to Connor? Yeah, we're trying to work it out. Ask me on Tuesday. Khabib is the fighter of the year. Islam had good wins, but Khabib was in more corners, so that actively goes to him. Who is in more corners, though, at the end of the day? Khabib or Ian Gary? So that's the question we all want to know. I think that Ian Gary is in corners. He's in every corner I see him in. He's in everybody's corner in a chair. Connor was already done after the Floyd fight. Connor edits make me cry. When I am in bed at 12 a.m. and I'm on Instagram and I see an edit of Connor partying in a club and then it flashes black and then it showcases his mentality when he was on the come up. There's nothing more beautiful. Nothing more beautiful. L clip. W clip. Habib and Hamza, best striker in the UFC. If you look at stats, that's why stats don't mean nothing. Like, whoever looks at stats, you're a nerd who doesn't know how fighting works. Well, actually, Petr Yan landed more significant strikes on Sean O'Malley. Actually, according to the stats, Petr Yan did not get dropped by Sean O'Malley. It's like, why are you talking about the stats? Anybody who bring up stats, you're a nerd. Stats don't mean any. Anybody who ever brings up stats, ask them what a significant strike is. They'll never be able to tell you. What is a significant strike? What is a takedown attempt? What is a takedown attempt? Like, you look at Merab versus Petr Yan. Is a take? How do you judge based off intent? What if someone's just going for a clinch? Is initiating the clinch a takedown attempt? Is going to a body lock attempt takedown attempt? What is a takedown attempt? And it's like, what about a significant strike? That was significant. Okay, why was it significant? Because it was significant. It was a significant strike. That was significant. No, that's a significant strike. I love significant strikes. That's a significant strike. That's not significant. Sean O'Malley, no significance. That punch, not significant. Hey, Petr Yan landed significant strike. Sean O'Malley landed no significant strike. It's like, come on. I hate when people bring up significant strikes. It's like, what is that? What is a significant strike? Significant. Man, that means it's significant. Hey, that's takedown attempt. He looked at his leg. That's takedown attempt. That's not significant. Come on, man. You chose at least two guys with good striking? No. Chimaev got great boxing. What are you talking about? Dag, you ready for the 2026 lock-in? Bro, we've been locked in. I've got my my 2026 resolutions. I wrote them down and I put them away. So nobody can see them except for me. Because if nobody sees my resolutions, they will all come true. Whenever I tell someone about something, it never comes true. Whenever I tell someone I'm gonna do something, it never happens. When I tell myself something's gonna happen, it always happens. That's how I got a shorty, bro. I literally was talking to this girl. I told my friend about it. Didn't work out. Then I was talking to this girl. I didn't tell nobody about it, and then it worked out, you know? So I got to move in silence like G and lasagna in order to make things happen. Sound like my uncle? Your uncle's got retardation. Habib spin kick. Khabib dropped Connor. Only Dustin can do that, but he needs most powerful combo. This is what it's like listening to Dag break down a fight. I should break down a card like that. I think Paddy Pumlet will win. Justin Gethje, he can't grapple. I think Justin Gethje, significant strike. No, you won't land. That's not significant. Holloway will beat. Okay. In a rematch, Holloway beats Topuria. Whoa. Let me break that down for you. Slowly. In a rematch. You hear what I'm saying? Rematch. In a rematch, Max Blessed Holloway beats Ilia Topuria at 155. I don't think you're hearing me. Max Holloway would chin Topuria at 155. He's unlocked real power. Holloway got dropped by Dustin at 155. Okay. He got clipped. Dustin got dominated. He slipped. Bro, have you all been in UFC's community on YouTube? This guy named Samsul has good posts. UFC's community posts? What's their community posts? Posts. How do you see the community's posts? Where do you see that? Visit community. Ah, I see this. Samsul, the facts that GOAT Habib outstruck Dustin, Justin, Connor, and scare Holloway. Okay. What else did he say? All right, we're posting. Why are people posting AI of Tracy Cortez being pregnant with Alex Pereira behind her? What is this? Is this really the UFC's community page? AI pregnant Tracy Cortez? This is not real. Where's Samsul, bro? I'm trying to see Samsul. What? I want you to choose the best sparring partner of 20. Bro, what is this? What is this? I want you to choose the best sparring partner of 2026. 66 likes. Six, seven. More boxers should be invited to fight in the UFC. Invited, all right. None of them? What does that even mean? Please collab. Islam Mahat. Oh. All right, bro. Okay, Brandon. What is this? Are you... What is this? Are you really simp baiting? You're simp baiting Makachev? You're really goon baiting with Makachev. I've never seen that. Bro, what is this? Bro, who is posting this? Who is posting this? Is this just the N-word? This is literally just the N-word. What is this? What is this? Okay. Are these people speaking in like some cryptic language? I don't understand. Who's better? Habib Dagestan Habib Russia, Habib Black, Habib Mountain. Okay, this is Habib Russia, Habib Black, Habib Mountain. All right. Interesting. Interesting. What do you have, 2 mics? Just in case you mute on accident again? No, this one doesn't work. This is just for optics. I think it looks cool when you got like a gaming headset. I like Habib Mountain. Okay, so are we taking this over? Are we taking this over? I feel like we should glaze one obscure fighter on the UFC's community page. You have headset done? I don't. I don't got no dent, bro. That shit's fucked up. Habib Black? Habib Black. Yeah, it's just Aljamain Sterling. Remember when you mudded that one time? Yeah. Can we pick one obscure fighter to glaze in the community? Who should we glaze? Who should we glaze and post about it in the UFC's community page? And be like, hot take? Hot take? This is the best. Dogson Glaze is crazy on there. Who? Thainara? Thainara. I know who that is. Alexia Thainara? She beat Molly McCann and twerked. No. Let's do a male fighter. I don't want to do a female fighter. Lens? Nah. We need someone who's like Jordan Levitt. We could do Jordan Levitt. Nah, not Jordan Levitt, not Jordan Levitt. Torres Finney? Nope. I refuse. After what he did to my boy Robert Valentin, I refuse to glaze him. Let's go Marc-Andre Barriot. Kevin Jousset. Let's go Can we do Marc-Andre Barriot, guys? I really want to. Can we do Marc-Andre Barriot and be like, hot take? This guy would have given Habib big problems. Hot take. Hot take. No Canadian glaze. Come on. Dude, Marc-Andre Barriot. We could post a picture of him breaking Char's nose and be like, imagine what he would do to Habib. Like there's like 2 people. There's 3 people. There's 3 people here, so shut the fuck up. We should totally do Marc-Andre Barriot. I feel like we could definitely get some Brandon is we're not doing Mexicans. We are not doing Mexicans, bro. We do not need them. Oi, mate. Oi, mate. Oi, mate. Come on. Interesting. Annette. Oh, yeah, Annette. 8, actually. Lens beat Movzar, therefore he could beat Habib pound for pound at lightweight. Pretend to be Indian and say, we are coming, sir. We are coming. We are coming to destroy Habib. We are setting sail for Dagestan tomorrow. We want Dagestan today. It's Tuesday, innit? Oi, let me get jack potato with some. Let me get a spud with some baked beans on it. Maybe some chili, fucking chili beans, and some cheese maybe, and some crispy onions on my spud, please, sir. I'll get a bottle of water. Get a bottle of water with my spud, because I love beans and water. Love me some beans and water, don't you? On this Tuesday, innit? Stop. Oi, let me get a spud. Me and me chav want to get a spud each with baked beans and a bottle of water. Some garlic bread. Maybe a chicken tikka masala if you got that. Y'all got the worst accent. UK, bro. HS Tiki Talkie. Jeez. That's who y'all got. That's who y'all got. Muslims have the boring fight. Stalin is a part of the sport cope. Muslims have the boring fights. That is the craziest statement I've ever heard. Wow, I've never heard that one before. Wow, that's crazy. They're not boring. They're not boring. They had Chamayev and Islam had one boring performance. And to call them Muslim, no. They're white first, Muslim second. So, come on. Those are your ancestors you're mocking? My ancestors are not from the UK. I have 0% UK in me. I've got Scotland. I got Scotland in me blood. I got Scotland in me blood. And I got Italian. No. I got Scotland in me blood. I got Italian. And I got Serbian. Dag, I bet you picked 3 for sparring partner. I'm picking shit. I want the biggest one. Give me that. Let me get you in triangle. Those Muslims beating up your favorite fighters. The white Muslims. The white guys, you mean? The best fighters in the world. The white ones. Chimaev. Islam. You are right. Last time I checked, Scotland is in the UK. I wasn't making fun of the UK. I was making fun of Britain. UK and Britain are not the same. I don't know if you need a geography lesson, but I hate to break it to you. UK and Britain, they're not the same. In Britain, you got, oi mate, oi, get me a spud. Or you got, I just want a chicken can of coke. I want chicken can of coke right now. Give me a chicken can of coke right now, you know. Right, you got that. And then the UK, you got Scotland. You got Ireland. Ireland. From Ireland. I'm from Ireland. Where we drink Guinness. In Ireland here. Mavov's great takedown defense would probably beat Hamzat. That's me laughing. Mavov, the guy who went to a decision with Buckley. Mavov, the guy who got taken down by Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland took down Mavov. What are you playing? Quit playing with me, brother. Sir, I've got no UK in me. Sir, I'm not from UK. Sir, I'm from India. And I want to destroy Pakistan. Sir, I got bad news, sir. I got bad news, sir. Anshul Jubilee, KO, sir. No way. You're confusing Britain with England? Bro, aren't they the same? I'm from Jalandhar. Pretty sure that happened in Canada. I'm from Jalandhar. Isn't Britain and England the same? What's the difference? Is Sean's new tattoo good or bad? It's his new brand, so it's not supposed to be like a quote unquote like a good tattoo. It's just his brand, so I don't know. It's not. He didn't get it on his He didn't get it on his forehead. He didn't get it on his forehead. That's like AI that he got on his forehead. But he did get a tattoo, just not on his forehead though, because he'd be an nincompoop if he got it on his forehead. Dude, how does one make a thumbnail like this? This is a crazy thumbnail. Bro, y'all see this thumbnail right here? That is an insane thumbnail. How does one acquire that thumbnail? It looks like it's drawn almost, but like super HD drawn. Dude, that looks nothing like my thumbnails, dude. Look at this one I'm cooking up right now. Y'all want to see a thumbnail I'm cooking up right now? This is a banger. I feel like a lot of people would click on this. Ready, ready, ready? Hold up, hold up, hold up. It's a banger. It's a banger. Are you listening to Bosnian war music? No. It's Chechnyan war music. Completely different, bro. I was listening to Chechnyan war music, bro. Ready? Ready? I'm about to hit y'all with this. Ready? 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 And bang. Fire? Not fire? Semi-fire? What's the deal? Rate it out of 10. Rate it out of 10. I want some pre-50 views. Disrespectful. I'm a quarter Chinese. Rate it out of 10. Rate it out of 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate it? Two out of 10. Nice. 3. You say 3 inch? What do you mean 3 inch? Is it too long? Is it too big? Loki, I think of Mavo B's Hamzat. Okay, that's not the question I asked, but alright. That's not the question I asked, but okay. Oh, you motherfucker. That's fire. Just like that. Oh, this is fire. I changed the color just slightly. Fire. Okay. First video with a negative click-through rate. All right. You're hilarious, bro. You are hilarious. Headshot dead. Headshot dead. Okay. Can't stop looking at the UFC community posts. Okay, so who are we glazing? Who are we glazing? Who are we glazing in the community? Can we pick one? Pick one and then I'm gone. We gotta pick one. Should I switch up on the day ones? It depends. It depends. You switch up on your day ones, not out of hate, but out of love. You know? If they're not if they're not, you know, on the same path you're on, switch on up. Switch. It's not. No, don't switch up on them. Just leave them in peace. Just leave them in peace. You know? Rafa Garcia? Hell no. Hamza, but only do it by glazing his striking? You think? But that's not rage baity enough. I feel like that's too, like, I don't know. I don't think that's a good enough one. I don't think that's a good enough one. I want Marc-Andre Barrios. Why can't y'all agree? Jailton Almeida? No, because he's actually good. He's actually good. Good. Chonko? No. He already gets too much glaze. Shamrock, Gethje. Nope, not Gethje. Not Gethje. Not Gethje. Can we do... Dude, who's a dog? Dude! Can't be that hard to find someone who's like a good fit to glaze. Come on. Michael Morales? No. Giving good arguments for Habib as the GOAT that people can't respond to? No, it's gay. Let's go. Let's go. See your UFC rankings. UFC rankings. Let's do Ayman Zahabi. Can we do Ayman Zahabi? Bryce Mitchell? No way. No way, Jose. Ayman Zahabi, dude. That's a banger. Can we do Benoit Saint Denis? Can we do... I feel like Benoit Saint Denis is good. I feel like that's a good mix. Jai Herbert. I'm thinking either Ayman Zahabi or Benoit Saint Denis. I feel like those are two great options. Those are fire. Benoit Saint Denis calling French Habib? Yeah, that's true. What about your father? Bro, what about my father? Bro, why Paddy trying to make himself unlikable with this arm on take? I don't know. But that's Paddy. He is so unlikable. So unlikable, man. He's so fucking unlikable. I fucking hate his guts. I hate his freaking guts. So freaking much. I hate that so much. Like Scoob. We gotta get out of here. Like Scoob. We gotta get out of here. French Habib would beat Brazil Connor? Yes, he did. Did you watch the Fuentes Piers Morgan interview? I'm not watching Fuentes, bro. I refuse to watch it and talk about it. But maybe I do watch in person. Guess we'll never know. Alright, I'm gone. Peace, boys. We'll glaze Benoit Saint Denis. We are officially picked Benoit Saint Denis. We shall post about Benoit Saint Denis glaze. We're gonna say he beats Habib. Hot take, Benoit Saint Denis destroys Habib. Hot take, Benoit Saint Denis already has a better resume than Habib. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And then just chat GPT something. Do it. I'll wait for the post. I don't do it. No one else is doing this? Okay. Don't do it then. I will cry if no post. Might be tearing up tonight. We'll see. All right, peace, boys. Thank you for being here. It's been your boy, Dag May. Sign up. Peace. I'll be here tomorrow. Deadass. I'll be here tomorrow. Dead-eye, bro. Dead-eye. I work tomorrow, but it's fine. I'll try to go earlier or something. Maybe like a little morning, some. But we'll see. All right, peace, boys. Thank you for being here. It's been your boy, Dag May. Sign up. Peace.